delicious. You want to see what that tastes like, Freddie?
Charbroiled to perfection.
Yeah.
Welcome to the shop. My name is Tavarish.
I'm Jared.
And this is Wrench Every Day. Now, we are not in our usual shop. We're actually very far from home for a very good reason. Now, you might notice this shop as something familiar to you guys. We are in the shop of Mr. Car Wizard, the mechanic of Hoovie's Garage, and he has an awesome YouTube channel. Go check it out in the link in the video description below. But we're here for a reason, aren't we?
Yeah, we were on our way home from Car Trek Season 4, the veteran Titan. Unfortunately developed a small issue. The amazing Nissan Titan with the 5-liter Cummins engine suddenly started severe overboosting and drinking a lot of fuel.
Yeah.
A lot of fuel. We were down in the 6-mile range, and Freddie's wallet caught fire.
Yeah, my wallet caught fire. We were doing 6.8 miles to the gallon, which was not good. Now, we were towing a trailer, a big enclosed 36-foot trailer, and there was a car inside, and it's just, I think it was a lot for this truck, and the fact that this was really kind of gunked up, and we're going to go over everything that happened. I'm going to call this thing the Titanic now.
The Titanic? Don't call it that.
It's the Titanic now.
We're kind of in the situation that you might be, that you're on a road trip far from home, and unexpected car breakdowns can kind of leave you wanting to pull your hair out. But today's sponsor is going to help make that much more difficult for you, and that is, of course, Keeps.
Yeah.
2 out of every 3 men by the time they're age 35 are going to experience some type of male pattern baldness, hair loss, and well, we know Freddie is one of them, and it's something he's a little sensitive about. But if you have noticed, it has slowed down. His use of Keeps is helping him keep his hair. With Keeps, you don't have to go broke to avoid going bald. Keeps is revolutionizing the way men treat hair loss. Gone are the days of the awkward doctor visits, waiting in long pharmacy lines. Once every 3 months, Keeps delivers the medication straight to your door. Prevention is key. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to start showing results, so start today. If you're ready to do something to start treating that hair loss, visit our link, keeps.com/wrencheveryday to save 50% off your first treatment. That's keeps.com/wrencheveryday to save 50%. Check it out. Information in the video description below, including that link for you. Back to the video.
All right, let's begin our journey of discovery. This is a lot of stuff, and not only this, we got this, and also this, and also that, and oh boy,
the whole truck.
Yep.
So let's look. That's not a very good light. Can you see okay?
Yeah, we can see fine.
So the turbos live down in there, along with a mouse that moved in at some point, which is surprising because this truck is driven all the time.
Yeah, so is the mouse the problem?
No, it would be nice if it was just some wires to fix, but that's not the problem. So that's where we had to take everything off to get access, and as it came off, we discovered the bane of modern diesels. All of that coking up and sludge and mess as a result of the emissions equipment. They're really bad, even when driven incredibly hard, about gumming up like that. So we're going to run these through a Ranger's parts washer, try to get that clean, and hopefully get everything working again.
What does that taste like?
We can call the wizard over, but I'm not putting that in my mouth.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm
I mean,
very sure.
It looks mighty tasty.
No. And then this is the turbo setup partially taken apart. Again, we've described it as a crazy compound sequential hybrid turbo, and when it's out, you can kind of see that. The exhaust energy comes in. This is what we thought was our initial problem, is the flapper rotor valve was stuck, but it's turning fairly smooth. It was sticky at first, so we may have broken loose whatever our problem was, and that's already working well. But that controls and spins the exhaust energy from this little turbo to the big turbo, and then they feed each other, and then you have this sequential rotator valve here. It's a really cool, complicated setup that's only on this engine, and is currently sitting behind over 200 back orders.
Yes.
So
So what's interesting is that these components go on a truck that was made up to 2020.
2020, and
You can't get parts for it.
you can't get parts for it.
No.
So I stand by my statement that it is a good truck. I love the truck, but being on the side of the road and not able to get a gasket is
a gasket or a turbo or anything. A solution to this would be to delete all of this and do a single turbo, which can be an actual thing.
Yeah, that is a thing. There's a company, CFT. They do a lot of race truck emissions parts, and they also have a single turbo kit, which simplifies all of that, makes it less likely to get stuck just because there's so much complexity in it. Again, I can't get one of those here in Kansas quickly, so that may be a future mod for it that we can do.
But also, you're dealing with crankshaft breakage.
Right, so that's one where initially there weren't many of them, but some people, it was all low mileage trucks breaking cranks. Now some high mileage trucks are breaking cranks. So the joys of being the pioneer and buying a brand new engine, brand new. That's why people recommend wait a couple model years before getting the new. And
but it wouldn't matter anyway, because if you got a 2020, it would still have the same issues. Hey, I waited 4 years, and
it's good to go. We're safe.
They got all the kinks out, and hey, I need a new turbo. You're boned.
Yeah. Wait in line. Here's your ticket, 200. So, but what we're going to try is, as we look in our number 2 turbo, actually very clean. Some small debris, not bad at all. But inside our small turbo, there's a lot of gumming up. Oh, come on, light. Focus down low. Okay. But this is a little difficult to turn, and the code it was setting is Turbo A slow response. So
it's a P226C for those of you following at home.
So that is likely caused by that being gummed up, we're hoping. And again, we just go through more of the components. The control valve for the sequential side is very gummy and dirty. So we are going to now jump back in time to a fun time lapse of the back of my head, pulling all of this out of the engine bay. And then we are going to start lots and lots of cleaning, and then some reassembly, which you'll join us on, and then the adventure of, can we save the Titan?
Titanic.
The Titanic. No.
It's a Titanic.
No.
It just hit an iceberg. Iceberg dead ahead! Alright, so this has been in the parts washer for about an hour?
About an hour, and you can tell it's moved some junk out of it, but
not enough. I mean, just take a look at what that looks like on the inside.
Let's see, get enough. There we go.
Yeah, it's barely moved any of that stuff out. So what we've actually figured out is that if you put...
This is a little better.
This is better.
Ish. Until there.
Yeah. Ooh, and it's fogging up. Ooh. You look so dreamy.
Ooh.
Oh. So,
magic in so many ways.
Gasoline helps this a lot.
A lot.
So we're gonna have to maybe pour some gasoline in there.
And lots of manual scrubbing.
Yeah.
But the turbos are clean and ready to go together, so we can get them in.
Let's take a look at those.
Let's take a walk over there.
Hey, there's a Nissan Titan over here.
They're good trucks. You should buy them.
Yeah, just don't ever break one.
So this was completely solid and full, and is now clean. This sequential valve was stuck and filthy. It is now clean. The turbos, all of this gunk and flaking you kind of see on the table, that all came out of that turbo. And it's hard to actuate it, but it turns smooth. you can really tell the difference on this pipe. It was that same way, completely solid, chunky, with all the grime, and it's pretty much spotless.
Yeah, and that's because we put it into that, which
and
is
that was brand new, fresh, clean-looking gasoline.
well, we can put that into any car, and it will run just fine.
How about that one? Tyler won't mind, right?
I'm pretty sure this is what they ran in the 40s anyway. So, yeah, it's gonna go directly into that. So this used to be 93, and now it's 39.
It's just it.
It's just yeah. Don't ever put that into anything.
And if you're ever going to use the gasoline, don't, unless you know what you're doing, because it is dangerous to have that much just open gas. So don't do it unless you know what you're doing.
All right, so let's start welding right here.
Okay, spark away.
Yeah.
So we'll rebuild turbo log and more cleaning, and then hopefully we'll have an operational truck again that is going to better 6.8 miles a gallon.
Hopefully.
Maybe. And that is what the giant, weird working turbos look like reassembled. What do you think? Is that a turbo like you've seen before?
Yes, I've seen lots of turbos like these. This is what a normal turbo looks like, correct?
Not at all. No. So, again, it being a compound sequential hybrid setup, it's crazy how it has shutter valves here. This little turbo can get completely closed off by this assembly. This was sticking, and now it is just working beautifully, full range of motion. That's not stuck. This turbo's not full of junk. So, what's our chance?
The chance of what?
Working.
Oh, 100%.
Better than 7 miles a gallon.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But, so this is just shy of 100 pounds that we have to carefully climb a ladder, perch in, and line up very precisely in that. So we'll just pick you up once it's in the hole.
Is it really that heavy?
They're over 85 pounds.
This isn't. It's not that heavy. It might be that heavy. All right.
I was expecting you to just be like, oh, no, it's fine.
I'm okay.
Okay, so
It is heavy, yeah.
there's still a lot more of cleaning to go. Delicious. You want to see what that tastes like, Freddie?
Yes. That's charbroiled to perfection.
Yeah. So, slowly making a dent in all of it, though.
Yeah, I
think we got the chunks. Now it's just a little rinse and scrub.
think do a few more. Oh boy.
Yeah, here. Oh, look at the chunks coming out.
Dude, that is disgusting. Oh my gosh.
But underneath it all, there is clean aluminum still in there
Yeah.
somewhere.
Wow. I mean, just
but still,
the
though,
flow alone should give you like 50 horsepower.
I'm still amazed at how much buildup there is in there.
Yeah,
Is it showing up at all?
It is insane. And is this the one that goes into the engine or into the turbo?
This is into the engine. This is
Okay.
the feed to the intake manifold after it's been intercooled, where they inject all of the EGR gases.
I mean, that just looks like the wrong side of
Everything.
black bean chili. Like, it just, ooh.
The unfortunate state of emissions and diesels. But we're making the world a better place.
So, situation report, and we had to take off this cowl because everything went back on for the most part. We got the fuel filter all sorted. We got actually changed both fuel filters. Changed the oil filter, changed the oil.
Oil and coolant in.
Yes.
And we went to check the oil level and said we had none.
Yeah, it's that dipstick. That dipstick right there is a liar. It doesn't go straight into the engine. It kind of like wriggles around a little bit, and then it has to find its actual hole.
The secondary hole.
The secondary hole.
It found the first hole, but not the second hole.
Not the second one. So, in order to do this correctly, you have to take off the cowl, which involves taking off the wiper arm assembly, and then honestly, it went in not too bad.
Yeah, and that was we should have just done that to begin with because it made everything so much easier.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Okay. Well, I mean, you want to do it again?
Hopefully not.
No, never.
But probably.
Yeah, probably.
So
let's be honest.
We're going to get it.
We're going to be here for several weeks.
No. So we're going to get it bolted back on, cleaned up, and then we're going to key it on and see what happens.
See what happens.
It's going to make noise. Hopefully it's good noise.
Okay, I like how optimistic you are. Let's do that.
All right.
That sounded horrible. That sounded like a bolt got stuck in your engine.
No, so gasoline and cleaners are much easier to combust, so in a diesel they'll pre-ignite. So wasn't too immediately concerned at that sound. If it went for another second, I probably would have been a little more worried. But notice how quiet it is?
Yeah. All right, we're good underneath. It sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Turbos are quieter. Maybe it was stuck the whole time.
Maybe.
So,
But
we're
clear
gonna-
all the codes.
Nothing immediately came back. We're going to let it warm up and
Take it for a ride.
go get dinner and see how it goes.
Yes, please.
And the end of the video is either going to be us back outside of the Wizard Shop thanking him for allowing us to use the place and us showing you the terrible mess we made, or it's going to be us on the side of the road of the trail. You can't hear anything. Maybe we should go where it's quieter, but the turbo got stuck again and it blew a coupler. So let's go to where we can talk.
There's a skunk over there.
So, would I buy a Nissan Titan again?
The answer is no. Don't buy these cars. It was perfectly fine for around 100,000 miles, and then after that, it really was not good. We took out a good like 7 to 10 pounds of garbage from inside the engine, just sludge and nastiness, and it was going good for about 100 miles.
Yeah, we made it about 100 miles, and the rotator valve seized again, the electronic component, and it's $800, not a big deal, but we can't get one.
Yeah, it basically does not exist.
It doesn't cross-reference to a single other whole set Cummins. It is for that engine only.
Yeah, you need a truck that can get parts. So right now we are waiting for Mr. Tyler Hoover to come save us because he has a friend that does have a gooseneck. We're going to take this trailer over to their property, leave it there for an undisclosed amount of time, and I'm going to have to come get it with my 7.3 that has... Ooh, it's like thundering in here.
The 7.3 that'll go 50 miles an hour, but it's just going to chug.
For a billion miles. And then I am probably going to have to buy one of Tyler's cars in order for us to drive home.
I may be going and trading this in. That may be another alternative method of getting home.
Sure.
We'll see what we come up with on the side of the road. But bonus episode where we give you updated buying advice of maybe don't buy the rare obscure trucks despite them being very cool because you can't fix them.
Yeah, don't take Jared's advice on buying trucks. He's not really he gets very emotionally attached, and then then this happens. But it's okay. We had a lot of fun, And we got dirty.
Very
and-
dirty.
Yes, very.
Made a mess of Wizard's shop. Thank you very much to the Car Wizard for letting us invade the shop for 2 days.
Yes. And we made questionable choices.
Yeah, very questionable choices.
Yeah,
So,
now on the side of the road. Okay.
yeah. All right. I'm Jared.
And I'm Tavarish.
Freddie already reminded you to always make questionable choices, and when it comes to buying a Nissan Titan,
Don't.
do.
Do not.
Do.
Don't buy
See
one.
ya.